welcome back to another episode of the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in here today. Before we get rolling though with our guest, I'm going to take a quick shout out and give a quick second to give a couple shout outs to some sponsors. First, let's start off with Shady Shafts. Make sure you guys go check out shadyshafts.com. Use promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20%. They have the camo wrap. They have the smoke effect wrap. These are very easy to apply. It can be done within minutes to really bring a little bit of a personalization to your club. So go check them out, shadyshafts.com. Promo code PUFF20. Save you 20% at checkout. Really cool options. The camouflage, the smoke effect. Anything, pretty much an option for every golfer out there. So make sure you guys go check out shadyshafts.com. Also, we got to give a shout out to Back Nine Botanicals. Make sure you guys go check out Back Nine Botanicals. A variety of different CBD options they offer. Back Nine really changing the game in the golf world with the CBD. They had the Birdie Boost, the Players Blend, the Moonlight Mulligan. Moonlight Mulligan's the one with the CBN to really give you that great night's sleep. So go check them out. Back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10, TPUFF10 at checkout to save yourself 10%. They also have the 10 milligram THC shooter. So go give that a try as well. Highly recommended from RGB. And then the new sponsor we have that I'm really excited to talk about, we have Transcend Wellness. Transcend Wellness is located at 289 Oakwood Avenue in Troy. It's the first New York State dispensary to offer a drive-through, especially it's -8 degrees in upstate New York today. So take advantage of that. Go on their website at transcendwps.com. Place your order. Don't even have to get out of your car. You can just pull right up to the window and you're good to go. They'll take care of you over there. Junior and his staff, very knowledgeable. And it's a little bit different setup than most dispensaries I've been to in the New York area. It's more really going after the wellness theme. So whatever you're looking for, if you're looking for sleep, if you're looking for recovery, they have all the options there for you. So go check them out. Transcend Wellness, located at 289 Oakwood Avenue in Troy. And definitely in this cold weather, take advantage of the drive-through. Or if you don't even want to leave the house, you can set up a delivery option on their website as well. Tonight, we're going to have on my man Michael from PSG, located up in Saratoga. Had a chance to get up there with the Helium Boys a few weeks ago. Me and Mike went up there with them. Unfortunately, we took the L, but great location. Really perfect for all golfers. If you're looking to just go and play golf and you're not looking for a happy hour atmosphere or anything like that, it's got 2 bays, putting setup, chipping setup. I mean, there is a bar set up there and all that. We'll hear more from Michael when he jumps on, but it's a really cool setup up there in Saratoga. So make sure you guys go and check them out. Possibility to Pitch Putt and Puff, maybe doing something up there for the Super Bowl. So stay tuned. But take a quick break here and we will bring on my man Mike from PSG. And before we get rolling with Michael here, we're just going to shout out to Smoke in the Night, sponsored by Transcend Wellness. We're going to get into an heirloom disposable. This is the Pink Rosé. Nice flavor. Good smoke out of this one here. This is the 1 gram. So go check them out. A bunch of different products up there, but Smoke in the Night is going to be the heirloom Pink Rosé. And we're back here on the Pitch Putt and Puff. Joining me today is my man Mike from PSG. Mike, what's going on, man? Appreciate you taking the time.
Not too much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
We had the chance a couple weeks ago, me and the Helium Boys and my co-host Mikey, to get up there and check out the facility. Really nice place. I was hyping it up a couple minutes ago before we started recording. But why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into golf? We'll start there.
Yeah, sure. So I actually didn't start golfing till high school. Really didn't get into it till college. And was just kind of a casual player. Still pretty much am. But when I graduated from college, I got into a sales job and ended up golfing a lot. That was where most of my meetings were at. And I was just kind of giving lessons off the books to people. Just, one of those guys who, wait, why don't you try to do this? And then,
right.
Usually annoying for most people, but I actually end up seeing some good results of people that I worked with. And that's actually why if you see our logo, it's the, I should have had a hat on or something, but it's it's a golf club with a tie around it.
Yeah.
Our initial our like clientele was business people looking to get into, get ready to play in scramble tournaments and stuff like that. But that's when I decided, after I started giving those lessons off the books a little bit, I got into getting certified so I could actually give people lessons officially. Started the business, the LLC, I think it was 2021. When I got the LLC, found a place to start doing lessons out of in Queensbury. That went well for a couple of years. Ended up picking up a good amount of clients. Our clientele expanded greatly. Like I said, it was initially just like geared towards business people looking to play scramble tournaments, stuff like that. Or maybe they got an important meeting coming up, and the guy's a big golfer, and they asked him to go golfing, and they haven't been out to the course in 3 years. And the whole idea was just to it wasn't just about the swing, but it was also etiquette and how to even use some sales tactics while you're out there on the golf course.
Sure.
But then it kind of grew into a much wider range of people that we were teaching. And it wasn't just business related, to the point now where that's not really even a big part of what we do anymore. After that started to go well, I was just going to different driving ranges and different simulators around the area. And the spot we're in now was a former brewery. We wanted to be in Saratoga, but the rent was so high that anywhere that we could find around there was, so much that.
Where are you guys up there, dude? That's crazy up there, especially in the summertime. I bet they boost the prices and everything else too.
Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, is they price it for the business that you'll be getting in the summertime, but in the winter it's a lot tougher. Granted, we're a golf simulator, so we should be getting more people in the winter. But either way, we ended up finding this place. It's not too far from Broadway. It's right on Maple Avenue near a brewery here. And it was the brewery's former location. So it has big, tall ceilings in the back. We were able to fit a couple simulators in there, short game range. Then we have a bar area for people who are looking to have a little bit more fun than just take some lessons.
What's really nice about it, and I think I told you this up there, when it is a place for golfers. Like when you go there, you're going to have a good time and play some golf. You're not there for you don't have people just showing up really for a happy hour or like the bar scene kind of thing. It's to go and work on your game. It's to go hit some balls into the screen, do a little chipping, and then the putting area. That's a whole different feature that the first simulator place I've seen that's offered it. So a lot of people don't have a mat where they can go work on their putting game and this and that. So those little features that you guys offered, and just the whole the setup, it was for golfers. That was the first thing me and Mikey said when we walked in. Right. Dude, this is perfect. You get our crew's 8 to 12 guys. You can bring them there on a snow day, and boom, there you go. You're good to go.
Right.
It's really a good little setup. So how did the business come about? What made you guys when did you decide all right, I can do a lot more with this, and I got to get my own place and all that?
I think it was at first, like I said, we got the when I got certified, and I was kind of giving people lessons here and there, and then we got a website and we started getting bookings, and then I think it was the confidence started to grow in terms of we would see our students start to play a lot better, and some are playing now in college, or they knock 4 strokes off their handicap over the summer. Stuff like that was just a confidence grower. That was all right, maybe we can actually make this it's not just a little fun side job. Maybe we can make it a full-time thing. So that was a big part of it. And then coming up with a business plan, realizing that there's an ability to make a little bit of a margin on actually having a location. That was one of the things at first I didn't really want to do, because that was just going somewhere and renting out for a little bit was nice. But if you build a good product, people end up coming. That's something we're definitely learning now. And then the biggest thing is, like you said, this is a facility for golf. So a lot of our students would come in, and then, especially if it's in the winter, they would take their lesson for an hour, and they'd schedule their next one, but they wouldn't be able to do anything practice-wise in the meantime. Most people don't have a simulator in their basement or a net outside or in their garage or whatever. So that was kind of the idea behind the 24-hour membership that we offer now, which is when you become a member here, you get a key fob and you have access to the facility 24 hours a day. And that's kind of all right, so we're taking our lessons, and then you have access to the places all the times. Most people around here are local, so
Mm-hmm.
stop in. We understand totally that most people got to work and they got other obligations and stuff like that, and that doesn't always, if the business is only open 10 to 5 or whatever the case is, that doesn't always fit inside people's hours. So we like to do that membership so people can just come when they want. And that
That's
includes
awesome.
lessons and stuff too. The membership is you get a lesson per week. We have 5 teaching professionals on staff now. We got a club room. We do free club repair. We try to take like an actual country club membership experience and bring it inside.
Oh, good. You guys do club repair? I got 2 clubs I got to bring up to you next time I come up.
Bring them up, man. Yeah, we do.
I got the TaylorMade M6s, and I went to the Cape this past summer, and I didn't bring my clubs with me. I think I brought my pitching wedge, a 7-iron, my 3 hybrid, and a driver, just to go to the range with. So it's the last day. I didn't use them at all. And my wife's like, I want to go back down to the beach for a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm all packed up. I'm not going back and getting all sandy. I'm going down the street and hitting hitting a bucket. When I come back, we'll load up and go. She's like, all right, perfect. I'm halfway through with my pitching wedge. All of a sudden, dude, it felt like I was swinging a wiffle ball bat. The head of it just went flying out into the driving range. It's a full driving range at this point. So I'm like, man, I love these. That's like my favorite club in my bag too. So I was like, I got to get this thing. And the one guy like goes back and forth looking for it. And I'm like trying to point where I seen it land. And eventually I just like stopped everybody and like walked out and grabbed it. So luckily I got it back. And then my three hybrid, very similar situation, but it was on the course and it didn't pop off completely, but I hit it and I just felt it like just the weight difference. I felt the weight transition. And I was like, oh man, another one.
Was it really hot days?
It was hot end of August. Yeah.
Yeah. The epoxy actually starts to unbind and it gets, it just totally loosens up the head when it's really hot out. And that's same. People will leave it in their trunks and stuff like that when it's really hot, and then they pull it out.
Yep.
Every club's falling off.
My clubs really only come out of the car for after Thanksgiving, until pretty much the New Year when we hit a simulator up, and then they're right back in it for the remainder. So I play about 5 days a week though during the season, so I'm out there quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you play?
We play our home course is Freer Park over in Troy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice.
They just did a big remodel a few years back. I mean, it's playing like a country club, man. Love to have you down once the weather gets nice. We'll set something up on a Sunday. You and a couple of the guys come down.
We'd love to. That'd be awesome.
For sure. So the 24-hour membership though, that's very intriguing, man. That's a big thing for a business. One, to trust their members to not go in and cause chaos, but the convenience though. Like for example, myself, I get up early, go to work. I would love to go pop in for an hour before I went into work, hit my work. All right, I'm struggling with my driver. Let me hit a couple with my driver here just to try to figure this out. Like that kind of thing. The convenience of that would be absolutely awesome, where you can actually go and practice. Like for me, for example, I do play 5 days a week, but I'm going out there and I'm golfing. I'm not sitting there and, working on my short game all day or working on my putting or off the tee or whatever. I'm just going out there and trying to shoot my best score every time. So it's not a lot of practice involved.
All right. Yeah. And for our members too, they have access to the cameras. And you got a little overview of how the lessons work, where you got the face on the camera down the line, the camera that actually sees your club head coming in, making contact with the ball. You have the AI trainer, all that stuff that members are able to use off hours and can, once they take a lesson or two with us, they get a good idea what they're looking for and how to use that whole system.
That's awesome, man. That's what really everything is so analytical nowadays too. Like you can see how much you're turning, how much power you're getting behind it, the spin velocity. Like these were things 5-6 years ago when I first started playing. Like I didn't know anything. I didn't even know what to think of. I was like, all right, what's that mean? Like that's how fast. I had no idea. But now that I can start to see and translate some of the things, it does help me figure out kind of what I'm doing wrong in certain things when you see the stats. But the cameras, that's a different feature, especially with me. I sway a lot, so instead of turning my body, so if I seen myself doing that, it would, and that's kind of how I got better golfing. Like we would record each other and oh, look at that, you did this on this swing, try doing it this way the next time, and that's how you get better.
Right. Yep. Some drills and a little hard work, and you get better quick.
What are some drills you recommend in the off season for golfers?
In In the off season, I think a big thing is just staying loose, right? A lot of times most people they don't get into the simulator as much, or if they do, they're either just there to kind of have a few drinks and then smack a couple balls. So we're not really getting into that normal swing. So I would say a lot more work with like keeping your flexibility going. And it's hard to show you here, but there's a couple different drills that are designed for something that you can just do at home or you can do in your garage, and it can help you keep your hips loose and keep your shoulder turn intact. Because I know at least before I had simulators, if I just didn't do anything all winter, those first few rounds were like, felt like I got hit by a bus. And I realized I was getting old at that point too. But
yeah, golf's not that game where you're riding a bike though. Golf is a repetitive, very muscle memory game, man.
Right, and you can forget that stuff quickly. So I would do like flexibility stuff, which is more of like looking at our shoulder turn and getting a club, putting it across your shoulders, and just making sure that you're getting the butt of the club pointing at the ball and the head of the club pointing at the ball at where you'd want to be at impact. Little things like that. And some like drills with putting a ball up against a wall on your lead hip. Like in your case, how you said how you get a little bit of sway.
Mm-hmm.
You put a ball up against a wall on your lead hip and then get into your backswing. And when you turn, keep that ball up against the wall instead of letting it fall out. If you got that little sway, the hips get that lateral movement. That's another thing that if you just did, 100 times a week throughout the winter pretty diligently, when you went outside, you probably have that muscle memory at that point. You could knock out a sway in a winter, which for some people, they're so used to it that it's just that's a quick amount of like being able to do it in a month or two in the winter months, and then going out and not having a sway, and you're able to just rotate and doing this kind of silly drill where you don't even have to swing a club. Just got to be diligent about it. You
Absolutely.
do it.
That's what I did the past couple of years. Like I have a nice putting mat, and it's funny. My 7-year-old, she loves golfing as well.
Yeah.
And we got her a little mini golf cart like 2 years ago for Christmas, and she was driving around. So I got a box of Pro Vs for Christmas, and I was going one day to putt on my mat. I'm like, "Where's my golf balls?" Oh, she goes, "Oh, they're over in my bag." She had my whole dozen Pro Vs in her little like toddler golf bag. I'm like, "Oh," but I would sit there and practice putting, and I do it all. I'd probably I have it right in front of me here. I'll probably putt 15, 20 balls a day.
Yeah.
Just while I'm hanging out or waiting for her to get off the bus or whatever. But it just keeps the tempo, the memory of tempo. Like tempo is really big with putting, and that's probably the strongest suit of my game. But I practiced it the most.
Because you practice it so much, right? Yeah. You're actually diligent about it. So I have a 6-year-old, and she wants almost nothing to do with golf. So how did you do it?
So it's funny. She's kind of she's interested in what we're interested in a way too. Like she does the basketball, she does the softball, she does the dance because her mom likes the dance and all that. But like it was something where I was in the yard just chipping and practicing. Like I bought her the little Tykes one with the yellow ones or whatever. Sure. And she would roll that around the yard. So once I seen her kind of interested in it, I was like, all right. So I got her like the one set up, like the little plastic metal cheapo things. Right. And I would find her in the yard, dude, just hitting golf balls back and forth, hopping in the Power Wheels golf cart, driving over to get it. Like it kind of came something that she wanted to do. And that's the one thing too, like with the kids being so young, you don't want to try to I feel like I don't want to force her into something. And that's probably where your mindset is right now too. Like I'd love for her to get into it, but I don't want to push her into it that then when she's old enough, she hates it kind of thing.
Exactly.
Because that's how I was with baseball. Like I enjoyed it, but then I kind of got forced to keep doing it, and I was like, "This is like a job now, and I don't want to keep doing it." So it wasn't as fun.
Yep.
But with her, it's something. I took her out twice with us this year. I took her. I have a real good relationship with the guy at the course. I said, "Do you mind if I take her out?" We kind of just bounced around to whatever holes were open, and dude, she hit one. My buddy JR was with us. She took her little 3 hybrid out. And she roped this thing a good 75, 80 yards. And I was like, whoa, okay. And she's got a pretty decent swing. So I was like, well, but even JR was like, whoa, dude, what was that? And I'm like, dude, she's in the yard practicing.
Natural.
So it's pretty cool. And I just kind of want to keep it to you just got to find, let them naturally progress into it, man. That's the best advice I can give you. Keep it fun. Take her mini golfing a lot. Start the mini golf because that's kind of what we did too on vacations and around here, pull up to a mini golf course. And the wintertime, the Cross Gates has the glow in the dark place, so we'll go up there every once in a while just to make it fun for them, you know.
Right.
And
Yeah. Okay.
and then she slowly got into it. I mean, it might be a little tougher too with you because your whole world is golf too. So
I was just
that's
gonna say it is a job. It's a job. So like even bringing her in here, yeah, we're going into PSG, and she sees it as like work.
yeah, right. So it might be a little bit different where like it's
Yeah.
a treat when you get out on the course. It's more of a treat too. So like
Right.
driving the golf cart and all that thing is always fun for him. But
Yeah.
so yeah, man, I'm excited. Like I'm honestly, when I got up there, I wish Mikey was on. I was trying to get him to jump on. He's got his grandkids with him. But first thing I said, I was like, dude, this place is like perfect for golfers. Was the words that came out of my mouth. He's like, yeah, man. And we started hitting, and like the stats and everything were pretty accurate to how we would normally hit them. Like sometimes I've been to a couple simulators where I hit the ball low, and a lot of the times it doesn't even register. But it's nice what you guys have is it comes down from up top, so it's picking it up a lot easier and all that too. So that's a cool for a guy like me who it's a stinger. It's appreciated for sure.
Yeah, that was the goal. That was always like we obviously some of the other simulators in the Saratoga area, Albany, there might be a little bit more focused on the bar experience or the food or whatever the case is, and some just the opposite where it's like only for training. You're only there, you know, and they've got their clinics and they got their leagues and stuff like that. Well, we wanted to make it a place where the public can still come in, play, and enjoy their time, but it's golf focused. You know, we like you said, the launch monitors that we use, we test out every single one. And yeah, these ones might have been a little bit more difficult to set up because it was a newer company from overseas, as opposed to some of the other ones. It was just like they come in and do it all for you. But we thought it was the most accurate, and definitely from a teaching perspective, it has the coolest stuff. So we did everything based on like the actual golf experience, you know, and then we did the bar because you know,
It's golf, man. You got to have the beer cart yeah, man. It's part of the experience, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. Yeah, man. So I'd love to set something up where we get the crew back up there. I can get a majority of the guys up there and do a nice little setup on Sunday or something like that. I know I was trying to do Super Bowl, but not too many guys are looking forward to coming back home that late and going to work that morning. Right. So I don't know if Super Bowl is going to work out, but I don't know. Now I know you have you offer leagues and stuff up there as well. What kind of leagues do you guys got up there?
Yeah, so right now we've got we're running 4 leagues currently. 3 of them are public, and the way that we run the leagues is we've only got the 2 simulators, as you remember. So we maxed out at 10 people, which I know isn't much, but for people with a smaller group, it's only $15 per person. And then we administer, like we do the whole administration of the tournament in terms of we pick the course every week. Each week we give away a prize to the winner, whether it be some PXG golf balls or a hat or different giveaways, gift cards and stuff like that. And then the winner of the league gets a free monthly membership to here with 24-hour access and the lessons, and then a round at Glens Falls Country Club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that so it's just that $15 fee pretty much just covers all those prizes that we give out. So it's essentially, it's not like we're taking the money and pooling it and then you're giving it out to a winner at the end of the season or something like that. It's just a way for us to be able to do those prizes at the end of the season.
And you're drawing in memberships though too. People are coming, getting the experience, and then looking to get out there as much as they can.
Right.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah. So what's your guys' plan for the future? You think you'll be opening up more of these venues across the Capital District?
That's always been the goal. The goal has been to grow. I love the model that we have here where it's smaller. And that's kind of like one of the initial things you talked about was that trust of having the 24-hour access. I think if you had a large facility where you got 4 or 5 simulators and a kitchen and all that stuff, I don't think it works.
Right.
So you got a smaller facility like this where it's almost, like I said, more like your own personal club. The members here, they all take care of the place because, they all get to know each other. We've got our member league. It becomes more like a little community, where if you had a giant facility and you started offering that, I think that would make things a little bit more tough. Absolutely. So the idea would be to keep this model and yeah, grow. I'd love to have a bunch of different locations and move a little bit more down south or
Hmm.
north, whatever the case is. Yeah,
Right.
that's the plan. It's just making sure we're getting this going. Well, what not just, but we're about a year and a half old now. So first year went
Okay.
okay, and so far this winter it's working out as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because Evan introduced me to it, and I once he said, he goes, "Yeah, there's this place PSG up in Saratoga," and I'm a little bit of a distance away, but I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll go check it out." And I pulled it up on the website, and I was looking at the pictures, and like literally the first thing that stood out to me was like, "Oh, they got a nice little putting area over here. Oh, they got a chipping area. Oh, there's only 2 bays. That's perfect." And then like I don't know if my mindset was going in was like, this is like a golfer's like place. It's almost like a golfer's man cave, is what like
it's true.
I felt like I was walking into. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like.
women are still welcome, but that's a good way to put it.
Right, right, and like you know what I mean. You're there with the guys, like got like
Right,
a golfer's man cave kind of thing,
right.
where you're walking in and it's like, oh, this is what I need to do in the winter because it's -8 degrees out here, and this is all I can do. But it's even good in the summertime though, too. Where I was talking to my cousin Pat was a guest on here just the other day, and we were talking about just getting out there and practicing and keeping the repetition going. Like, and even in the summertime, getting a nice little tune up, like a lesson. Hey, I'm struggling with this. Pop in, like I struggle off the tee. My driver, it's terrible.
Right.
And pop in, hey man, I'm doing this. Help me out. What am I doing wrong here? Kind of thing. Take
Yep.
advantage of that with the membership where you're getting the full season, where you can go and practice. You can go at 7 a.m. before you go to work and hit a bucket of balls and figure out that driver. You know, that's the
Yep.
cool things about it.
Exactly. Yeah, and that was a surprise for us that we kept over the summer. We kept a lot more memberships than I thought for. I think that reason, because you're going to a range around here and they charge you $12 for a bucket of balls or something. You can
Yep.
come in here and practice all day, and it's just part of your membership fee. You get a lesson for free. Well, you get a free lesson per week.
Mm-hmm.
So we kept a lot more members over the summer than I was expecting for basically what you were just saying there.
Yeah, it makes sense though. Like it really does. Like, cause I do it myself. I know a lot of my buddies do it. Hey, man, I'm really not chipping well. I don't know what's going on. I was on point. Now I lost it. I got the yips. Pop in
Right.
there, hey, dude. I got the yips. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Watch you hit a couple balls, help you figure it out.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to have, man. People should definitely take advantage of it.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure. So, Mike, I like to wrap up with 3 questions, man. With 3 golf questions here for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite club in your bag?
Favorite club in my bag? Oh man, Gap Wedge.
Okay, nice.
You want
I
me
like
to
it.
explain why?
Yeah, let's hear
No reason other than I just hit that one guy.
it.
That was like my locked in club. I'm like, if I got a 120-yard shot, if I got that gap wedge, I'll be good.
Yeah,
Every other one there's some yardage gaps, but that's my club.
that's my 7-iron. Same thing. I usually hit it. When I hit it well. I can do
Yep.
It's my most versatile club I have in my bag. But my 60-degree would be my second favorite, just because I love that flop shot, man. I can try to Phil Mickelson that all the time.
Yep.
And then what's your favorite course you've played? Not on the simulator, an actual course.
I got to play TPC River Highlands in Cromwell, where they play the Travelers.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who worked at Travelers at the time, and he was able to get on and bring guests, and that was just an experience. So much fun. That I haven't been able to play many of the courses that the pros play on each year, but just the design of the course and the day that we were there is just so nice. I had such a great experience, but it's one of my favorites to play indoors here too. It's just an awesome course. Really fun.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I leave that as a really open-ended question too, because it could be your favorite course because of the course it was, or just the time you had out there. Like it was a perfect day. You're out there with the boys, like
right.
That kind of thing too. There's a lot of pretty open-ended question.
Yeah.
And then to wrap it up, 3 people to round out your dream foursome. Who would they be?
Oh man. Let's see. Probably I would go with. Wow, that's a tough one. I like it because I'm thinking like, all right, do I take like the best golfers alive, just the people that are alive right now?
Dead or alive. It could be anybody. It don't even have to be a golfer.
No way.
It don't even have to be a golfer. So like, here's an example. Mine is Jason Williams, used to play for the Sacramento Kings, basketball player.
Yeah.
White chocolate. He's a golfer. He's into the cannabis thing. So he's my guy. Was a big fan of him growing up.
Okay.
And then Method Man would be someone I like to hang out with.
Okay.
And then Joe Rogan was the other one. So I don't even have a golfer in there.
Okay. All right. I think I'd go Arnold Palmer, Jim Boeheim. Arnold Palmer, Jim Boeheim, and then trying to think of another, just one. I'm trying to maybe I go with my daughter.
Okay, there you go.
My daughter JoJo. Arnold Palmer, Jim Boeheim, my daughter. It'd just be a fun group, I think.
Finally get her out there on the course too.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. For a full round, just hang out with her for 4 hours and get to watch Arnold Palmer play and
no doubt,
Jim
man.
Boeheim.
Syracuse, man. I was busting your chops when I was up there. I seen the Syracuse stuff, and they just took down my Hurricanes to really ruin my college football season, man. I was supposed to go to that game too, and last minute I was like, you know what? I'm not getting tickets. I don't want to be the mush. I don't want everybody to say they lost because I've been to 7 Hurricanes games. I've seen them win once. It was the first game I've been to, so it's been a while. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going. Then we'll be in the college football playoff either way. It'll be great. And then boom, got toasted. I was like, come on.
Well, yeah, that ended up being an awesome game. It probably wouldn't have been much fun if you went though.
No, it would have been a long ride home. Long ride home. Well, Michael, man, I really appreciate your time. Why don't you let the listeners know where they can find you and let them know all about where they can find PSG.
Awesome. Yeah, so we are located at 615 Maple Avenue in Suite 2, closest unit to the road, right on Maple Avenue. If you're familiar with the Saratoga area, it's the same parking lot as Artisanal and the Niemer car dealership. We're next to the middle school, probably about a mile from Broadway.
Yeah, that's actually was great for us because getting off the Northway, we just hopped out, boom, we didn't have to go downtown or any of that. It was nice, no traffic. It was perfect.
Yeah, good parking, free parking. Come here too. It's free parking, no problems. We'll get your clubs for you.
Yeah, man. I'll be in contact with you. I want to set something up. I'm definitely pop out. I'm going to get a little lesson and see if I can get this driver figured out. Is what I got to do, and then I'll have you guys take a look at my poor pitching wedge, man. Poor bastard.
Take care of you for sure.
Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody tuning in to another episode of the Pitch Putt and Puff, and we'll be back on Tuesday with another guest. Talk to you then.